Okay, alright guys, welcome back to another tutorial on how to create a to-do list using a PHP programming language. So what we are going to do for this tutorial, we are going to have a functionality to add an item, and beside the other thing left is going to be marking a certain type of an item as marked or something like that. So as we can see, the form right here is not having any action. So that I'm going to create a new file called add.php. So let me try to create a new file, and let me store this file in the htdocs file, and it's going to be maybe add.php. So the first things first, I have to require my init file to instantiate the session, and beside to access my database also. So I'm going to use require once, which is going to be up/init.php. Okay. The other thing was I didn't give this thing a name, so I have to give it a name in order to access this field. So let me give it a name of name. Okay. So in add.php, I'm going to say if isSet $_post name. What I'm going to do, I'm going to assign a variable called name, and I'm going to access this post name variable. So again, I'm going to say if not empty, and I'm going to pass the name. I'm going to do a certain query. Okay, so the query is going to be like this. I'm going to use a db instantiation, and I'm going to use a prepared statement. So I'm going to type a query like this: insert into my table name was items for sure, and I want to access the ID is already auto incremented, and I'm going to use the name, the done, and the created. I'm not going to use the done because the default value is going to be empty, and simply I'm going to pass created, and finally the user. Okay, and the values for this thing is going to be, for the name I'm going to pass the name here, and for the created I'm going to do the same thing, since I'm going to use a prepared statement, and finally for the user. Okay, so let me give this query a name of like add query. So if I came to add query and execute this query, the arrays that I'm using in my query is going to be, the first thing is the name. The name is going to be this variable name, what the user have entered, and the other thing is going to be created. For the created, like I guess it's not mandatory to use the prepared statement, rather I can use now here, which will pass the time and the date, which is right now. And the other is going to be the user. In the user, I can access the user from the session that I already started. It's going to be the user ID. Is there any field that I required? So I can check this thing from my phpMyAdmin. So there is items there, created, done, name, and the user. Yeah, it's already fine. So I can run this query, and finally when I'm done, I can redirect the user back to the index page, and the index and the location is going to be index.php. Okay, with my piece of code we'll be able to add item into our database. So with that being said, let me try to run my application again, which is going to be on my daily, and it's going to be to list. So let me try to add an item here. For instance, like update my antivirus, for instance, and let me click add. So as you can see, it have added this thing here, but there's one functionality left. When I click mark as done, nothing will happen. So in order to create this functionality, what I'm going to do, there is a link which is going to mark this thing as done. So I'm going to create a new file called done. So I'm going to pass the user to dump to PHP, and the other is going to be us echo. I'm going to use echo here, and yeah, first let me open the PHP tag here. Us to be okay, us to be done, and also the ID for that particular item. So I'm going to use echo here, and before that item to be equals to, and let me open a PHP tags here, and let me close the PHP tag here, and finally let me close the anchor here. Okay, and I'm going to echo the item ID. Okay, with this much piece of code, I guess we are able to pass the us and the item values from here. So in order to check this thing, it's going to be pretty simple. So let me come here and reload, and before that let me create a file called done.php. okay, so let me reload my page here, and let me click mark as done. Okay, as you can see, it says as done and the item value to be 3. Okay, so let's go to done.php, and the first things first, let's require once up/init.php, and the other is like if we say $_gate and as, and the other is $_gate item. Okay, I guess I'm running out of time, so we are going to finish this application on the next tutorial. So till we meet on the next tutorial, keep on liking, keep on subscribing, keep on sharing my videos with your friend. Peace and love. Ciao.